Okay, so I'm back. And so now straight up sex talk, but also about spirituality. And I figured since I'm starting soft sex, I said, why do I have clothes on? So, you know, I might as well, shirt off. Anyway, so here's how it goes. So one of the things that changed for me sexually when I started to become more and more spiritual is that a hallmark of being more spiritual is an awareness of energy. Okay, I talk about being our authentic selves, and part of who we are is energy, right? It's like that spiritual energy or like our vibe, things like that. That's different than just like you wake up physical energy, stuff like that. There's a specific vibration, a taste to that energy. So I think that essentially when we first start hitting puberty and our hormones are going and everything like that, a lot of the attractions sexually end up becoming really physical, whatever is our physical ideal, DNA wise, or however it is that we're built, that we like what we like physically. And people get attracted to all kinds of people based on purely the physical. And what happens when we become more spiritual is now all of a sudden there's another level where we're aware of people's energies. And so I notice what's changed for me is to say I see a girl that's really attractive. There are tons of times that I'll see a girl and I'm like, wow, okay, look at her body. But even simultaneously I look and I go, her energy, I know we're not gonna vibe. Like I can feel it, right? Like maybe she has a banging body, but the vibe is actually really low. And being a high vibration guy, a girl's got to have a high vibration in order for it to match me, or something harmonic within that range. Okay, so, and I can tell you, there's been times where I had opportunities with girls that their bodies were really attractive to me, but I was like, geez, I don't want to go into that energy. Okay. And, so I didn't want to have sex with them because of that reason. And I remember, tell you a story. I think I was like, maybe it was a long time ago, that it was the first time that happened when I first started getting into my spirituality. And I thought that was some kind of almost like a test, where I had an opportunity with a girl I found really attractive, but her energy was really ratchet. Like she had so many internal problems and negative views and things like that. And I was like, oh God, I could totally have sex with this girl, but I don't want to connect with that. Right? So because I value my energy so much, I work on it all the time to bring out the best and highest vibration, that it's just like hanging out with somebody that is on like a low vibe trip. That's going to impact your own energy. So you want to be around as many high vibe people as possible if that's the path you're on, right? Whatever is your growth path, right? Wherever the direction is you want to go, you want to be connecting with people that are going in that same kind of direction, or that their energy adds to your strength in that direction. Okay, that's my feeling toward it. So the same thing goes with sex, and there is an energy transfer, an energy connection that happens during sex. Okay, so that's been probably the biggest change for me that's happened as I've become more and more spiritual. Is I'll go, okay, well, technically the choices get better, because then it's easier to pick out who you're likely to have good sex with and great sexual connections, because you're aware of the energy, and like you can look and go, is energy matching? And I know, like when I'm talking with a girl, okay, what's happening with the energy? Is there like an energy increase going there? Am I feeling there's a sweetness, there's an enjoyment in that energy besides the physical? And of course the physical needs to be there too. Okay, that's super important. All right, but I think that's the natural next level of what happens as we become more spiritual. We go, okay, but wait, what's the deal with the energy here? And that becomes a challenge for people entering into a more spiritual life, is that now, okay, wait, how does that impact the sexuality and how you handle it? Ultimately, it's for the betterment of it, because all the connections that you choose are going to be better connections, okay, going to be better experiences and worth your time, right? Our time is precious. Our energy is precious. Those are the only two things we really own in this life, our time and our energy. So they're precious. And so that's the message about energy and sexuality. So those are the thoughts that I have added to it. And I said, okay, it's only appropriate that I'm talking about that I'm just like, okay, you know, did something like this and took my shirt off. I think it's more appropriate, right? So if you guys are enjoying these videos and the stuff that I'm talking about, please like it, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. And I'm happy to interact with you guys on the comments. And you can certainly comment on my body too. I mean, I work on that along with my mind and energy and everything else. So I love the attention. I love the connection. And hey, congratulations on each of you taking steps on your path toward higher energy, better sex, better bodies, and let's go, team.